Welcome to the Sand City Racing Club. Yeah, this is going to just be a little fun open event for the season. And we will have different tasks as they're coming up and through, but this is going to be kind of working as an instructional video on how to navigate both the website and on how to navigate XCTrack and upload the tasks. So we start with the website here. It's sandtrack.fly.dev. And we're going to click that little bar in our upper right-hand corner, bringing up tasks, and this will bring up the current task. So we want to see our details, and then that will have our turn points that we'll then be uploading, as well as on the upper right-hand corner where to submit the track log. We have the leaderboards here, and they're going to be broken up into different classes. The A's and B's will be put together. The C's will be by themselves. The D and triple C will be together, and the minis and paracuts will be put together. That way you're racing against a similar glider that has a similar speed, and keep it a little fair and competitive. Now, just keep on racing, and you can go for the best time and try to beat your time and beat the people next to you. So initially, we're going to want to download XCTrack, and then all the waypoint files can be found here. If you're on iPhone, you're going to be using Skyfly High. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a separate tutorial for that when I find an iPhone. So we're going to download the Sand City waypoint. And once we're coming back out, we are going to XCTrack. And this is a brand new version of XCTrack put in here. So I'm going to hit next. So if you have an X contest, you can put it in here. If not, we can just hit next and continue. And then it already has my name integrated. And then we're able to put in our glider, model, all that stuff here. That's not so much important. You can set that up later if you want. And now we're done with the minimum setup. So if you want it to beep when you're going up, you can set the volume up. Otherwise, we're not going to raise the volume here. I'm sure that most people don't want it to beep. So the main thing is to just have this running while you're flying the task. And the task, it has an open window. So as soon as you leave the start cylinder, you're going to automatically start the timer. So the easiest way to get the task inputted into the device is scroll down from the top. We're going to go navigation, then competition task, and on the board, you'll be able to scan a QR code. So from competition task, the three dots in the right corner, load task from, scan QR code. We want to allow that. And bam, just like that, we have it in there. The starting time I set at 6 a.m. and the task deadline is 11 p.m. So as soon as you start up, you'll be able to immediately start the task. And then our task, can't see with the map layover, but our starting cylinder will be right around launch. And then you got to fly out, hit late court, and the late court launch itself, and then fly back. And we're going to hit end of speed right at the skate park there and finishing back at the launch. So as you hit end of speed, your speed stops. So there's no need to race over the gap and try to tag that launch there. We just want to hit that end of speed, and you'll get notifications as you leave the start cylinder here. It'll ding, and then it'll ding again once you hit the next waypoint. It'll also give you directions. So you can put this in your flight deck. You can fly with it. You can use it as navigation if you want to practice tasks and practice using nav, or you can just let it run, put it in your pocket, and when you land, it'll automatically stop. So now, once we've run our task, we want to go and upload our track log. Our track log, well, it looks like I don't have any on this one because it's a new one, but our track logs will be right in here. And from our track log section, we can download that. And once we have it downloaded on the phone, we'll head back to our website. Let's take it back to the home page here. So Then we're going to want to go to our tasks button and our current task. Now, we see Casey's currently in the league. We want to go to details, submit track log. Now, here's where you put your pilot name. You can put your license if you'd like. The important thing is the pilot name, the glider, and then the class of glider. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 all the way through. We're going to put in Doug, my license, 1, peak, 4, class D. And now we're going to find our track log. So I have some old track logs lined up somewhere in here. There at the bottom. Now the track logs are all going to be that configuration. It's going to have the date, some type of XCT, and the main thing is that you're going to see it ends in a .igc file. The IGC file is what we're looking for. And then if you do multiple flights in a date, it'll take that date and add numbers after you see DOU for Doug. It's going to have the 01 and the 03. Now let's say that my best flight there is the 01. I'm going to tap and I'm going to upload that. And there we are. You hit submit and then you're added to the leaderboards. So keep racing, try to beat your best time, and that's it. Now, that's the easy way, scanning the task, get it in there. To make it a little bit more complex for you guys that want to learn how to use the app a bit more, we're going to get in here, go back to Files, download our waypoint, which we have. We're going to go back to XCTrack, slide down from the top, and navigation, exit out of the competition task there. And now we're in the navigation menu. We're going to click that triangle, the little flag up in the far right corner. And then we have Waypoint Manager. Now we want to go from Waypoint Manager, click Files, and then we have the download in the top right corner up there. So we're going to click that top right corner. And now we can input our waypoint file. So we have Sand City Waypoint. Imported a Sand City Waypoint. So now we can go check that. We have 16 waypoints. And it's integrated into our device. So we can go back to competition task. And let's say we have to add a turn point. We can now select from, well, I got a whole lot of extra ones. Turn off the automatic ones. We don't want takeoffs. We don't want cities. We can now set tasks by adding a waypoint, choosing that waypoint, benches, bunkers, dirty gap faces, the dune goon. And then right here, we're going to add our waypoint as well as our radius for what that waypoint is. And it can be moved up and down with the toggles on the right and left side. All right. Well, I think that pretty well covers it. Yeah, get out there, get racing, and have fun. If anyone has any questions, feel free to message me on Telegram, and I will get it sorted out for you. Thank you, guys. Good luck.